Hi everybody, this video will introduce the other tool we're going to use this week and in future weeks called Trinket. Trinket allows us to run Python in our browsers. They also have Java in the browser in beta right now. This week we're going to be using their block-based Python to do some turtle drawings and learn about if statements and variables and all the other stuff we're going to do with Scratch. So we'll see it both in the Scratch context and in the Trinket context, which will set us up really nicely to go into Python next week. So here I have a Trinket already made. It's a turtle drawing, so if you have heard of the language Logo or played around with that as a kid, then this will look familiar. It has a little turtle that draws pictures. So we can view the result directly in our browser. And unlike Scratch, we can't have key press interactions with Trinket. It's not set up to do that, so it's not quite as interactive, but we can set the turtle to draw a picture and then hit go and it will draw that picture for us. The nice part about Trinket is that you can take an already made piece of code and remix it. You can add to it directly in here. So if I move around these blocks and I want my turtle to be green instead of orange, I can change the color to set color to green and hit play, and it will be green. This hasn't affected the original Trinket that's saved in my account, but it's created something that you can go and now you can share it. You can say share and then copy this, and it will be your saved Trinket with the green color instead of the orange color. So I did this completely not logged in. I'm in an incognito tab, so it is not it's not connected to my account right now. But if you wanted to create a Trinket account, you're not required to, then you could also hit remix, and then it would prompt you to log in, and then you could remix it and then save that Trinket to your account. Now we're going to talk about how to make a new Trinket from scratch, and I'm going to go back to my logged in page for this. So I have a Trinket Connect account, which means that I have access to all the different types of trinkets. So to make a new Trinket, first you go to Home, so trinket.io/home, and then click on New Trinket. And we have Python 2, Python 3, which is what we'll be using the most this semester, blocks, which is what we'll be using this week. We won't use HTML or GlowScript. I will have some Java examples to go along with a lot of the Python, since a lot of the school districts around here do use Java. And then we will not use the music Trinket, though it's pretty nifty. So let's create a new blocks Trinket, and it opens it up right into a canvas. If you are not logged in, you cannot create a Trinket from scratch, but you can remix Trinkets that I post. So for every assignment, I'll try to post a skeleton Trinket for you to remix in case you don't want to create an account. You can also do all the Python, with the exception of the block-based Python, completely locally on your computer, and we'll get to how to set that up next week. When you make a new Trinket, this is the page you'll see. So you'll have a blank canvas here, and then you'll also have a portion that says Run and View Code on the other side. So this is a block-based Trinket, so it'll have this menu over here with all of the different blocks in it. So it's very similar to Scratch. We have some of the same categories. They might be named a little bit different things. So we're going to start with the turtle option, and we're just going to play with the turtle and watch it move around and try to set it to go to different coordinates. I'm going to try in this one to make a turtle make a square by telling it to go to certain coordinates. So a good math practice for coordinate systems. So first, I want it to be in the shape of a turtle. You can also have it be a circle, arrow, square, or triangle, but let's keep it up with the turtle. And let's make it a purple turtle this time. So we're going to have a purple turtle with a purple square. So we can use the go-to function to first go to one corner of the square. So it starts off at 0, 0, and that will be in the middle of this little run screen. It's just a Cartesian coordinate system centered at 0, 0. So let's say we want the first corner of our square to be, say, 100, 100. So we can expect that to be out somewhere over here. It's not going to do exactly what we want first. If we click run, it goes to that coordinate, but it also draws a line there. So you can tell the turtle to go places but not draw by controlling the pen. So we want to pick the pen up before we tell the turtle to go to 100, 100. And then after we get there, we want to have the pen go down again. So let's try that again. Now the turtle goes to the corner, but it does not draw a line. For future ones, we do want it to draw the line, so we're not going to do the pen up and pen down. Just like in Scratch, you can right-click on a block and click Duplicate. So our next corner, let's do it on the other side. So it's going to be y is equal to 100, x is equal to negative 100. And you can test this incrementally to make sure it's doing what you want. So we did have our turtle draw that line. And then for the next one, we can duplicate this again. This time x is going to be negative 100 still, and y is going to be negative 100. And then for the final two, I'll just put these in right here. The next one over here is going to be positive 100 for x, negative 100 for y. We just need to change this to a positive. And then we go back to the beginning with positive 100 for x and y. So we have successfully drawn a square, just using a turtle and a coordinate system. Let's say that we want to go back to the center of that square, and then we want to write something. So we want to pick the pen up again, and this time we're going to go to 0, 0. And we want to write hello world. So now it'll draw the square, it'll pick the pen up, and then it'll write hello world. But that's not centered. Let's make it a little bit to the left. So instead of going to 0, 0, let's go to negative, this is negative x equals negative 100, so let's make it negative 80. And see if that fares any better. There we go. Not quite right. Try it again, negative 50. So part of the power of a language like Python and a block-based interface for that language is that you can iterate on mistakes very quickly. So I wasn't sure exactly where I should put that turtle, so I was able to play around with the coordinates until I found a good place to put my text. If you are logged in and you would then like to save this, you can click on the untitled up here, and let's call this Turtle Exploration. Once you've clicked save, then you have some more options. You can share it, you can duplicate it if you want to branch off into a different one, just like in Scratch, or you can add it to a different folder. So I can make a new folder, or I can add it to my existing UTD We Teach CS folder. So I'm going to do that. So now it'll show that it's in the UTD We Teach CS folder. To submit work you've done on Trinket, you can just share it with me. So you can click share and then link, and it'll give you a link for you to send. Or if you have not logged in and you've remixed a Trinket, then that will be over in this little side button. You'll click share and then copy the link.